Happy Mia Monday, everybody. Welcome back. And before I get into the details of today's workout, I want to just start off by saying that I got to the gym nice early in the morning. Not quite as early as I was hoping to get there by, but I got there mid-morning, which is fine with me. And I went to the elliptical first, did a half mile, nice, easy pace, and then came to the platform, did the snatch complex, and then now, as you're seeing, I'm doing 3 triples for hang snatch, high pull, plus tall snatch, using just the barbell. So I don't really think I'll be adding weight to this exercise anytime soon. And in the past, I've always done just the barbell. So last time, I don't know what I was thinking when I was adding weight each set, but just sticking with the barbell is definitely plenty. The snatch complex does a superb job of getting me warmed up, and then this is more like a primer. And so with primers, you just got to be careful. You don't want to go and do too much, because then it will affect your workout. It will affect that exercise that you're priming for, because it's using specifically the muscles directly connected to that exercise. So you really need to be careful. And I'll be honest, I probably just need 1 set. 1 triple, I'm probably good to go, as opposed to 3. Now, getting into the workout. You might notice I'm back to 65 pounds for doubles. Few things really occurred to me while I was contemplating about what I was going to do, and I was planning on just repeating the last workout, hoping it was a one-time deal, but a couple things really just kind of went off like a light bulb in my mind. First of all, this is a conditioning workout first, not so much about progressive overload. Now, don't get me wrong, you do add weight as you go. However, the focus is definitely more on conditioning, hence the volume and technically the pace. So before, I was doing just fine with pace, but this is a workout that's meant to be done in a pretty short amount of time. You're not supposed to be taking long breaks, and I wasn't, but you really need to be careful with not being too forward with adding weight to the bar, and instead keep your conditioning and then start adding weight. So I thought about that, and yes, I do want to get more conditioning out of this, so I'm going to start very conservatively. And another reason, which will tie into this next one, is the fact that I forgot how much the mask plays a factor and a role in the workouts. I found that out with doing squat, deadlift, and overhead press. I did not think that it would have either the same or more of an effect with the Olympic lifts. It just didn't occur to me. But it does explain things, because with the Olympic lifts, which are very explosive and very athletic, takes more out of you cardiovascularly. So if I'm doing heavy singles on a squat or an overhead press or a deadlift, that's different. But for these types of exercises and this type of program, which is supposed to be done at a pretty quick pace, I'm sucking in air way quicker, sooner, and a lot more than the previous workouts. So I completely forgot about that. It just dawned on me that the mask is a big factor in this. So I decided, instead of trying to push and thinking that, well, 95 is light, this is true. It is a lightweight for snatching, and 135 is a lightweight for clean and jerk. But this mask, it makes a difference, as well as the idea of keeping restricted rest times and really knowing the composite effect of everything involved in order to get the work done, and also how the weights are going to feel. So for the Olympic lifts, definitely I'm starting over 65 for snatch doubles, 95 for clean and jerk, and they went just fine today. They absolutely did. And for the strength lifts, I had the bright idea of starting things off with a power clean instead of a muscle clean. I decided to put a power clean because I thought, well, if I'm going to be going light and I'm going to reset, since I'm doing 135 for both the front squat and the military press, why not give myself another challenge and power clean before I start doing my reps? Well, let's put it this way. I don't think I'm going to be doing that again. It is nice. If I didn't have to wear a mask, I'd probably do it all the time, but it takes way too much out of me in order to get a decent set. And for the strength moves, I don't want to put the focus on conditioning rather than I just want to get them for the strength movements that they are. So I toyed with the idea of doing a power clean instead of like a muscle clean, but I'm going to go back to the muscle clean for sure. Oh, and also for today, I did put a 60-second rest period in between sets and even exercises for the most part. I put 60 seconds between all snatch doubles, and then I gave myself 2 minutes before I did the clean complex. And then from there, once I started doing clean and jerk, same thing, 60 seconds. And then between the strength moves, also 60 seconds between all these sets. Technically, that put me in perfect timing for getting this workout done in 40 minutes. 40 minutes in and out. I spent more time commuting than I did working out, but that's a different story. But I think the things that I did to make this tougher, not necessary. I really don't think so. But I'm going to go back the very same way I did the first workout and just repeat it. So I'll lengthen it back to 90 seconds of rest. 60 seconds goes way too fast. Way too fast. If I didn't have to wear a mask, it'd probably be fine. But since I am wearing one and it really does a number on trying to recover and catch your breath, I think I'm going to go back to 90 seconds of rest, which is still technically good time for recovery without it being too much and still getting the conditioning benefit. And instead of power cleaning for the strength moves to open them, I'm just going to do the muscle clean. But I will keep all the weights the same and pretty much just go from there. So more or less in a nutshell, today was just a fun workout. I tried out a couple things that I thought about. So I lessened the rest period time and also put in a power clean before front squatting and military pressing. Well, I think I'm just going to go back to how I started it, just deciding to start with these weights instead of what I had in mind. And that's pretty much it. Still going with 3 days a week and just making sure I recover. And that's pretty much it. So really putting the conditioning at the forefront and allowing the progressive overload to take a back seat. All right, everyone. Have a great week and adopt, don't chop.